I'm preparing one of my favorite recipes, Italian meatballs, because it's so easy to do, and also I can just freeze it and have it another day. So ito siya, I'm just mincing some onions. Very simple recipe. Added to my ground beef. So this is around half a kilo of ground beef. To the ground beef, you can actually add grated carrots or chopped mushrooms or whatever you want. But today, I'm just having just plain beef. So I'm just using some fresh parsley. Chop, 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 chop away. Yan. It's very easy to do. I have some dried herbs as well, so I'm adding dried basil. Around a tablespoon or so. And dried oregano. Yan. Add some breadcrumbs. It's around half a cup of breadcrumbs. So, just to add some umami flavor. Very nice. Masarap, no? Parmesan cheese. A bit generous, ha? Parang 2 heaping tablespoons full. I want my meatballs to be flavorful, so around a teaspoon or so of salt, freshly cracked black pepper. So that was so easy. And I will just add an egg. 1 large egg. And we're done. So mix it together. What's nice about this recipe is that pwede mo siyang kainin with rice. So instead of just your burger steak, you have an Italian meatball. You can serve it in bread, make it a meatball sandwich, or you can serve it over pastas of your spaghetti with meatballs. Or actually, pwede mo din kamayin. Just wash your hands. When you're cooking, you have to cook with your hands. Other people say, ay, nagkakamay or whatever. But actually, the best tool for cooking is your hands, no? Kasi muscle memory, you will know if the texture is right. You feel the salt, you feel your spices kung tama yung dami niya. And okay na yan. And I will just get a bit of oil. I'm using olive oil. Very hot pan. Look at that. So what you can do is you can actually make this ahead of time. Hindi lang yung mixture niya, but even the cooking, you can cook it ahead of time and just portion it in a freezer. So every time may gusto ka, you're craving, ang dali-dali, ang bilis. Just, diba? Throw some pasta into boiling water. Meron ka na kaagad meatball spaghetti. Yan. So once it's brown, just move it around. Yan. Don't you worry, hindi tayo matatakot na magiging hilaw to because this is just the first step of our cooking. So when you're cooking, you cook with all your senses. You should smell, you should hear. Yan. Hear, bakit hear? Because you want to hear it sizzling. Kasi pag tumahimik na yung piniprito mo, ibig sabihin, bumaba na yung temperature mo. And your meat will be stewing and not frying anymore. So ito siya. I like my meatballs to be big kasi, diba, 1 or 2 pieces, satisfied ka na. May pleasure ka of eating meat. Pag masyadong maliit, parang, ay, okay, parang bitin. Ito siya, very satisfying. And I have 4 cloves of garlic. And what I will do now is I will just slice my garlic. I will not chop it. I will not mince it. I will just slice it. Dito na ba yung aking meatballs? It's not yet fully cooked. Yan. We just want it to brown for the flavor. And now I will add my garlic. Look at that. Garlic. I will add a tablespoon of butter. Ayan. Saute the garlic. Ayan. I will just add canned tomatoes. So this one is diced canned tomatoes. I want it to be chunky. Look at that. And I will just get water. So just rinsing the can with a little bit of water. Yan, para walang sayang. Ay, ang sarap nito. Yan. And let it stew. Yan. Fresh basil. And some people do it, some people don't like, but you can add just to balance the flavors. This one is optional. A little bit of sugar. So, very little sugar. We don't want sweet. We don't want sweet sauce for this. It's Italian style. But the little bit of sugar will just balance out the acidity. Yan. Little. Of course, we don't forget to salt. We want to season to bring out the flavors. And I will just drizzle olive oil to my freshly cooked spaghetti. And I have some fresh basil here. My meatballs are almost done. And my pasta is done. Very easy to do. Add it to our freshly cooked pasta. Season with salt. Just a little salt. Just a little salt. And we toss basil to infuse its flavor into our spaghetti noodles. Portion of pasta. A little bit more. Medyo matakaw tayo, di ba? Yan, a little bit more. So your noodles has flavor. Have that ready. In the meantime, I've already preheated my oven. I will also make a meatball sandwich, and we have bread here from our friends at Masa Madre. Very nice baguettes. And our meatballs are cooked and our sauce is so rich. And now, I will put some meatballs into my spaghetti. Ay, 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 ang sarap nito. And of course, our sauce. Ay! Sus, ang sarap nito. And I will do my sandwich now. It's done. My bread is warm. Very nice. It's warm. Oh, look at that. Beautiful. Beautiful French baguettes from Masa Madre, of course. Very nice. And I will just get meatballs here. Look at what I'm doing. 3 meatballs. One. I'm sure natatakam na kayo, guys. Yan. Of course, we let the bread soak a little of our sauce. Yan. And I'm just going to put some cheese on top. Yan. And let's throw it back into our oven just for our let it melt. And I'm so happy, guys. Ay, ay, ay. Either one of these meals will do for me. Pero masarap pag silang dalawa. Yan. I will just drizzle a little bit more sauce. Yan ang nagdadala ng ating sandwich for today. Yan. Yan, a little sauce. Yan. Happy tummy tayo today. And our 2 meatball preparations for you. Italian meatballs in spaghetti. And of course, in a meatball sub for you. And remember, guys, the only way to cook is to cook deliciously. Kaya dito sa Simpol, we have delicious and simple meals for you. Kaya ako, dyan muna kayo. Kakain ako. Bye!